All right, we're good.
All right. Hey there. How's it going? This is Russell with ARTISAN Cutlery. And Blade Show 2023, day one. Already tired but feeling good. We have a more refined selection of knives this year. Kind of took the number down to just a handful of new prototypes. We are really working hard on some of those new Cjrbs with the button locks that have been doing really well. But we decided to come with some really cool new stuff. So let's bring you down here. Let us start on the artisan side. We have one entirely new proto. This is by a new designer. You might have seen him around. This is by Jonathan Shaw. Oops, missed it. Of course, I flubbed the hit. Jonathan Shaw of Triple Stripe Knives. This is his very first design with any manufacturer. This is the BOA. I am so happy with the way this knife turned out. It's got inset carbon fiber. Has this nice over travel here, so like the bolster style lock over the inlay. Custom clip. And the action on this thing is just amazing. Stellar action, nice profile with that insert. It's all like nice and even there. But this thing fits so nicely in the hand. I'm a huge fan of how this drop point is done. This nice big opening hole gives a really good
Yeah. So we got thumb hole, thumb studs,
and kind of a curved top or like front flipper. And Jonathan is 17 years old, coming to us from Canada. He came all the way to Blade from Canada. And his design language is so distinctive already. These are just amazing knives. So we currently have this one in prototype with carbon fiber, and then a carbon fiber with black. We might do micarta or change it up depending on what he wants. But so far, I am really happy with this one. The BOA is a real winter knife, and this is just slick in hand. So nice, so good, so functional, and something a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. So that is the only new artisan prototype. So let's move on to Cjrb. So this one is not necessarily new. We've had this around for a bit. A few people have gotten prototypes of this one already. This is the large pyrite. Nothing new here, but a lot of people have been asking about this. And, well, I can say that we should have this out within, ideally, about a month. The final production should be done very soon. Got the official announcement now.
That's going to be so popular.
Oh, this is so good. And, you know, I get the pyrite is a very ideal knife for a lot of people with a 3-inch blade. But having that bigger 3.5 blade just does a bit more. If you have bigger hands, it's a more comfortable knife. It's still lightweight. It's still pretty thin. It's still really comfortable. But I dig this. I think it fits. It fills a niche that's a little more wide than the regular pyrite. So that's going to be coming out very soon. And let's move on to the newest Cjrb. So there we go. There's a new one. I bet you can kind of take a guess at the designer by the language of this one.
Oh, yeah.
So this is our first Cjrb collaboration with Ferrum Forge. This is the Space Cowboy, a nice 3-inch drop point, has that very distinctive Ferrum Forge, prominent flipper, hits really nice, has really good action on it.
Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboy. Yeah, Elliot just finished watching Cowboy Bebop, and I'm like, I approve of this entirely. It's great series. Cool. But so this one is really it's a smaller knife. It's actually modeled after the original Scepter they did several years ago. It is smaller. With all this jimping, you can get a finger up there. You can have a full thumb grip. You can use that the choil as your grip point. This is a slick knife and nice and compact too. First complaint we got is people want a left side carry. We're gonna swap that over. We actually did a smaller clip on this one. We're probably gonna be able to do a left side carry on this one as well. And this one should be coming out within the next few months. So we just got to get this over to Elliot and Chris for their final evaluation, and then it should be able to go into production. So that is the Space Cowboy. Love it. And for something on the bigger side, got a new Pinkerton, and you know what? The last models were done from Dark Gold, very thin, very light, very functional, but maybe it's time for something a little bit different. This is the Resource. It's big.
I might have to zoom out, man.
Oh yeah, this thing, I love this stepped contouring on here. It's got some great grip, and this is what I would consider to be, look how thick that blade is.
Jeez.
We actually had to make the Protos in D2 because we did not have stock thick enough in RPM 9 to make it. But this thing is beastly.
I don't think I've seen that step contouring before.
It's actually
cool.
on the Ruffian. Here, check it out. Okay. It feels great in hand because it really does add a bit more grip without being really intrusive. But just the weight on this thing, the mass, and it's kind of like
I'm not a lefty, so do it left-handed.
I'd say it's kind of like an outdoor folder. Also, make sure the clip was extra big. We made that clip to contour along the sides of the milling, and it is a non-deep carry clip. Dirk said he wanted something that is non-deep carry, so he's actually able to get it and purchase on it in pocket to get it out.
Okay.
But I love this fuller here. The fuller works great. for multiple openings. I do this kind of like double pinch and roll, but it works fine if you do a middle finger flick. You can do a regular flick on it, and it's just such a big knife. The way this blade just carries it on out, and that just feels so nice in hand. It's big, it's powerful. It's like, dang, this thing is. It feels good, man. This thing feels good. Cool. So that's the resource. And these are our main prototypes this year. But we do have a few show special editions over here that I'm really happy about. So let's start with this guy right here. So we released the Echo a little while ago. Ray's actually around here somewhere. But we figured, okay, we did a lot of versions of the Echo, but one thing we wanted for Blade Show was a full tie version. So this is a full tie scales, and tie clip, RPM 9 blade, and black hardware, $100 show price. This is one of those
Killer, dude.
It's great value. You get that pedigree from a designer like Ray. You get the great action of the Echo. You get our really nice button lock. And for $100, this thing is killer. So if there's any left over, they'll go up on the website. But right now, they're selling pretty quick at the show. And then let's go to one of my favorites. Oh boy, I'm sad Mike Snowdy couldn't make the show. We had him set up to go, and just he couldn't make it this time. It's okay. But the regular accelerator was a liner lock version of the knife that had micarta scales, tie clip, wonderful, robust, harder use knife. But we figured, okay, we're gonna do a frame lock version, and this is the frame lock frag accelerator, full tie scales, nice, like surprisingly light for what it is. It's not. We didn't even mill it out, but it's got fairly trim scales, and then the fragging kind of takes a little weight off. We kept the brass pivot collar, little brass insert. Same clip with the Snowdy logo on it, with an S90V blade. Show price is $200. This is an amazing knife. What you get for the price, this thing is nuts. And it's so much blade. God, this thing's good. Oh, man. So, yeah. Really happy to get this Snowdy in. It is so slick. But yeah, that's what we got going on this year. We are really happy to have some of these out. We're expecting big things in the upcoming year.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Thank you so much.